Previously on Dungeons Against Humanity.
The king, he's been using necromancy to suck dry the life of his own children in order to keep himself alive.
Help me and I'll help you.
Help you do what exactly?
Regicide, obviously.
Who wants to go on a suicide mission to kill the king of Sarawar?
So is this is the floating island, right?
The floating island.
So we're making a dead hot air balloon.
An airship.
As you rise up over the side of the aisle, a giant fucking tower that's sort of like a panopticon. Gun ports are opening left and right. They are firing at you from these two towers and then 5 from the center.
I don't like it when the DM has that many d20s. I didn't know when we were planning on me casting invisibility.
Deadeye is screaming, "No! No!
Okay.
Do it now!" And you gain a class in cleric.
Oh shit.
I really wanted us to have a healer.
I really fucking wanted you guys to get a healer. So that happened. It seems like there is a small road that leads out of the temple that heads back past the old palace. Towards the, what direction? East, there is a large wall that seems to stretch from the edge of the aisle all the way to the center where the eye stands. There are people up in the eye that are looking around in all directions. Maybe be stealthy, just saying. But yeah, there are...
Only we were still invisible.
It's cantrip, so you can't ever cast it again.
Ever. That's what cantrip stands for.
I can cast invisibility as a cantrip. First level spell.
It's a first
I was thinking of the other thing.
But you have another spell slot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, where are you guys headed?
Can I look around? It's the temple's like it's just ruins, right?
Yeah.
Can I look around and just like see if there's anything that catches my eye?
You're looking for like gold trinkets, aren't you?
Maybe.
Do you actually head into the temple?
Do you know if we should piss off the goddess of the wind by
Just like-
looting her?
I mean, it's technically my temple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There doesn't seem to be anything that was here has long been cleared out.
Okay, there's nothing like markings, no nothing. Okay.
No. Yeah, so you guys are standing in this temple, the wind is blowing. The chimes, by the way, are now just kind of like... That's how chimes sound in high wind.
So while we're standing in the temple, we're not terribly visible to the Panopticon, right? I'm just checking that we're safe. We're not in like sniper zone, right?
You're not in sniper zone, no.
Okay.
It seems like the path towards the wall is much more exposed. It also seems like the path that you would follow on the road seems much more exposed as well.
I don't suppose there's any secret ancient passageways, are there? That only the royal family would know about?
Allow me to bang my neurons together and see if they throw off sparks. Well, we're doing history still, right?
Yes.
I mean, if I was a king designing a
11.
flying island that I lived on, I would have it honeycombed with all kinds of escape routes.
You do recall that there were some underground passages in the old palace, but you don't know if they collapsed. Just looking at the old palace, burned down as it is, it doesn't seem like anybody's staying in it.
But maybe there could be a trapdoor covering a tunnel that might not be collapsed.
Potentially, yeah.
So let's go check.
Okay.
Say it's worth a shot, better than standing in the open next to this giant sniper tower.
Yeah, good call.
So we'll take like the tree path here to the ruins.
Sounds good. So you enter into the old burned down palace. It was 2 levels. In some places, the second level is still... There are
Sticks.
parts of it, yeah, there's sticks, like there are ledges and such. But it doesn't appear like there's much left. You enter into it. Which direction do you head?
Let's see, there's some very convenient numbers.
Pretend you don't see those.
But for reference for you, to give you a direction, should we head towards 5 or 4, team? What do you say?
I would say 4,
I would also say 4.
because 5 is off
4.
the edge of the island.
No, it's not.
I don't think.
Well,
we
it's
should
toward
go
the
out.
edge, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, to 4. Okay, we're going towards 4. A number that isn't there and has no meaning whatsoever in the scene.
No, not at all. So you guys move through this old burned down building. You are, I presume, being stealthy?
Yes.
Or, okay, everybody roll for stealth.
Moving lightly.
I
This will
have
go well.
Eldritch Sight, which means if there's magic stuff, I would see it.
Okay.
Give him sight beyond sight.
Cool. I'm going to do Okay,
you
that's
guys
good.
are screwed.
Yeah, we are.
I rolled a
Clomp,
roulette.
clomp.
Oh right, I have disadvantage on this too.
Oh, no.
Woohoo!
I could roll worse than a 3.
You're basically a Tauren trying to hide in a tree by painting his hooves red.
What do you mean Tauren can't be rogues? Oh yeah, and then I roll a natural 20. That's great. Yeah,
Wasted.
so that is
Wasted.
a 4.
8.
Reminds me of a
You're not being too stealthy about this, unfortunately.
You meant well.
Yes, you did.
You're like going through walls that are half burned down. It seemed like this was a vast.
Oh yeah.
It seemed like this was a vast network of rooms. I'm thinking something along the lines of a Heian palace.
Okay.
Very Japanese. A lot of sliding screens that have burned immediately.
not a whole lot left.
It was
Yes.
organic matter, not,
Oh,
not
oh.
stone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Retcon.
red.
Before we start, before we do this, I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace.
There you go.
Oh, shit, I
All
have
of
that
us.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I have a thing.
Similar to it, yeah.
Also, I'm a monk. Shit. I have Step of the Wind and stuff.
So we all have a plus 10 bonus to dex to stealth, basically.
Oh, nice.
I got a
can't
14.
be tracked except for
Okay.
magical means.
Oh, okay.
10. 18 then.
All right.
Yeah, I got a 20.
Okay.
He's on like robot tiptoes.
Good, very cool.
You actually like
Retcon.
pick up a piece of wall and are using it as a shield because they won't see a robot, they'll just see the wall.
So I'm gonna say
I
that
like
you guys.
flip upside down,
Yeah.
and I'm using my fingers.
Whoa, that's creepy. I'm going to say that you guys start out, and Ella is like, "Holy fuck, guys!" And like,
I see this going horrible.
yeah, and pass without trace, and thus everyone is a lot quieter.
Yes.
You move in the direction of 4. You are passing through what appears to be multiple rooms that have since burned rather badly. Again, Heian Palace kind of style, and so there isn't a whole lot left. Dimitri, are you rocking the arcane or eldritch sight
Yes, like all the time.
like all the time?
Eldritch sight.
Is that just something that you've got?
Yeah, it's at
Passive.
will.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah,
Oh,
the,
okay. At will,
what are
then.
those- what are
Like,
those
so
things called?
whenever you say it.
Yeah.
Everything here has a pulse of magic to it. It's kind of almost like blinding because this entire aisle is floating. Up ahead, seemingly under a pile of rubble, you notice a kind of pulsing energy.
Pulsing.
To your right, you see a courtyard. There is something in the courtyard that is going
Well,
I'm going to stop moving and I'll reach out and grab you by the arm and
Okay.
say, do you remember if there was anything special in the courtyard?
No. No, I don't. It's been a long time, and it didn't look like that when I left.
Okay.
Can I roll Arcana to see if I would know what would make a field like that?
Sure.
Magical field.
And magical.
Oh!
That is a nat 20.
nice.
There is some kind of incredibly powerful necromantic artifact
Oh.
in that courtyard.
In right place.
Whoa. There is something incredibly evil here.
Does my dagger have any resonance with this?
If you take it out and you kind of show it to Dimitri, like it pulses with the same frequency, but much less strong.
Okay. Well, I mean, it makes a certain kind of sense, doesn't it? Is there anything else you can tell us about it?
Other than it's extremely powerful and it's in the center of the courtyard, so I assume it's
Anything we can't see with our normal eyes.
pulsing.
Gross.
Throbbing, if you will.
Oh god.
Super gross.
There's also something magical over there.
Where?
I point at what was the other thing?
There's underneath a pile of rubble, there seems to be a slight flickering of light.
There's something buried in the rubble over there. I can't quite make out what it is.
What flavor is it?
Snozberry. I don't know. What does it look like? Because I can tell what school of magic
to,
things
like-
are.
This seems like wizardish magic.
Not necromancer magic.
I mean, necromancy is a school of wizard magic, but
Well.
this is friendlier magic.
I'll look around the corner because I'm skilled.
Stick your head around the corner. Look at this
What are you looking
necromantic-
at? You're looking at.
What am I looking at?
Yeah.
Now, time
In
to
the
look
courtyard?
at
The
the
spooky courtyard thing.
Oh, okay.
time to look at the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And her face melts off.
In case of implosion, look directly at implosion.
Am I rolling stealth or am I rolling
Perception.
Okay. I'm gonna go with investigation because it's a higher, but it's 8.
Okay. In the courtyard, which has grown back significantly, or it's grown in essentially a lot, it's obvious that nobody has been tending this place at all, and so the path, you could see where maybe there was like a walkway to go out to the center of this courtyard, but it's grown in so much that you can barely even see into it. You're having a hard time, like you're having to like push some vines out of the way. There's some kind of pedestal in the middle of the garden, and it seems like there's something inside of it. You can't make it out.
I relay this to them.
Before we start poking the horrible tentacle death monster thing in there, maybe we should check out whatever you saw flickering. That
Under
wasn't
the rubble.
I would suggest that would be wise.
Okay. So you go over and check out the rubble?
I dig in the rubble.
Okay.
I'll go with him.
You sift through this pile
I
of
will stand
rubble,
at the
and inside you, after pushing aside some dirt and some ashy remains, you find... yeah. Bone falls out. Seems like it's a femur. You find 3 scrolls.
Squirrels.
Scrolls.
They bite me.
Squirrels.
They're just like, hey.
Yeah, you find 3 scrolls. They pulse with magical energy.
Okay.
How did those not burn?
Magic.
Okay.
Magic.
I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I wasn't here.
Yeah.
I will roll to see what they do.
Okay.
Arcana?
Arcana.
Oh. I can't read. That's a nat 1.
Does anyone else want to try to take a hand
I'll
at...
try.
Yeah, you've got a better chance than I do.
Yeah.
I got a 16.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
I can't read the handwriting.
So you know that one of the scrolls casts Enthrall, the spell Enthrall. One casts Glitter Dust.
Oh my god, yes.
And
Please planted.
this is random, I'll have you know. And one casts Ray of Exhaustion.
Oh.
So you have those, and you know what they are,
And I tell everyone.
and you tell everyone. What do you guys
carry
want to
them?
do with those?
Who's gonna carry those?
I, the magic guy.
Can I have this?
Dimitri,
sparkle
the
one?
magic guy.
Glitter dust?
The glitter dust.
Okay, scroll of
Yes,
glitter
I've had
dust.
enough of glitter dust.
I don't actually know. Is that in the player's handbook?
What are the other 2? Ray of exhaustion.
Enthrall and Ray of Exhaustion. I don't think glitter dust is actually in the book, so that might be something from
Is this a made up thing?
Xanathar's
Guide to everything.
So you guys have scrolls. A scroll of Enthrall, a scroll
Yes.
of Dimitri
You wrote down your
has...
glitter, right?
I
Yeah,
wrote
the
down
glitter.
the griddle.
So
the
it's a
griddle.
So it's basically a
glitter.
magic glitter bomb?
Yes.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you can use that instead of using one of your, what was it, level 3 spells. You're still in the old palace, burned down, surrounded by ash and creaks and groans and dripping water. And there's the pulsing necromantic thing in the courtyard.
Well, do you want to look at that?
You know what? I'm going to send in my bomb diffuser robot. I'm going to find familiar.
You mean Hillary Clinton in a pantsuit?
Yes.
Hillary Clinton in a pantsuit. Hillary Clinton in a pantsuit appears.
My little closet? Was it?
Closet,
I think so,
yes.
yeah.
How tall is the closet?
They're short.
They're short.
They're
Like yay big?
Like 2 feet
Yeah.
tall?
Yeah.
They're like little fairy type creatures.
So you let the
They're-
closet out of the closet?
But you put your hands out and sort of summon it into existence.
Yeah.
Does it have wings? It has wings, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Itty-
flying
itty bitty
last
It was
time.
flying last
so,
time,
yeah.
so yeah, I assume it has wings, and so it's kind of just buzzing in front of you, wearing with the blonde bob and the pantsuit. The pantsuit I'm going to say today is light blue.
Very, very good looking.
Good.
Damask demonic runes all over it.
Gold damask blouse.
Yeah.
Yes. And so you send this.
I'm going to have this. I need to name this thing. It's going to fly over and like hover and look around at the pedestal from all directions.
Okay. Do you roll perception? Yeah, roll perception.
I mean, I look through its eyes.
Yeah, but
so-
it's still you looking.
Yeah.
So roll perception.
Okay.
Or investigation or whatever is strongest for you.
No, that's not good. That's just a 7. Oh, investigation.
Is an option.
Whatever's
Yeah, that's an 11.
11?
Much better.
Okay.
You should name it Radum.
Inside on this pedestal is a blackened, charred, mummified left hand with long claw-like fingers, and it is emanating still that necromantic magic.
Do I recognize this? I feel like if there's anything I would recognize, it's this.
It's this
from my
dark,
studies.
charred left
Arcana?
hand.
History?
Yeah. Whatever you're stronger in. Right here.
Oh,
no.
7. Really?
7? Just 7 total?
Yeah.
Judging from the power associated with this was probably the body part once upon a time of a particularly powerful magic user.
I'm going to see if I can remember anything now that I'm looking right at it.
Yeah.
Remember if you had a wizard's hand chopped off and hanging on your
Nice
on your
hand.
If I'm using history, that's a 14.
Okay.
It's a monkey paw.
This is the left hand of Reginald the Red.
Reginald Bell Johnson.
Ooh.
That's part of the devil himself.
What is that doing here?
That is a really good question.
Well, it's like we're dealing with his right-hand man, so we might as well have the left hand here.
Ah.
Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum.
We all just
Right next to this, like, disembodied body part of the devil himself.
Can I determine what it would do? Or is it just super magical?
You would have to, do you want to get closer to it? And...
I sure
Do
don't.
you want to get closer to the very eminence of hell?
I'm gonna use Mage Hand to lift the hand off of the pedestal.
okay.
It can't weigh more than 10 pounds.
It's a desiccated
You're just
hand,
like,
Yeah. It just
You sure?
Can I see if
We're
the
not in there, right? So
can I see if the pedestal itself is magic in any way?
Oh, that's good.
It does not appear to be.
Okay.
So it's not like holding, it's not like a shielded.
I was just seeing if there was any trap, some kind of like Indiana Jones style.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. So like Mage
You
Hand
pick
if we're
up this
not
hand and
in it.
There's a giant boulder that attacks us from every
I'm
direction.
a burglar alarm.
Wait, I'm gonna ask them. Do you guys think this is a good idea? Before I just do it.
Yeah.
Why care about hand?
But it's glowing.
This is
At worst, we can just hawk it later, right? Like it's gotta be
No,
worth
you're
somebody.
not going to hawk something that can be used to summon the devil himself.
If so scary, destroy.
I'm good with that.
this is the single most powerful artifact I've seen in years.
Are you saying it belongs in a museum?
If that museum was carefully guarded, yes.
If that case, definitely need destroy. Fall
What do you want to
into
do? Go punch it?
fall into Crepitous' hands. Very dangerous.
Yeah, we can't just
Then
leave
you would
it
have
here.
3 hands.
Apparently we already set it on fire, so I'm at a loss. I kind of burned down the whole building, so I leave this up to you.
I don't have any dispel magic. I feel like this sort of thing would be extremely.
Do you have a level 12 spell slot?
Would holy magic destroy it? Does somebody have holy magic?
I have.
Do I have holy magic?
Is someone...
Both of us do.
Oh.
But I'm a level 1 cleric, by the way. Just metagame here. I don't think I can take on the devil himself, especially when I'm a dirty robotic non-believer.
Dirty robotic.
You don't know how to believe.
Yeah, I'm like processing this as just like
Human-
this is a mechanical process in the universe.
If I bless the hand, do you think that would do anything?
Blessed boosts your party.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like when you would walk up to the devil himself and go, bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
Oh man, that would infuriate the devil.
Yeah.
Or he'd laugh and be like, fire.
Do I know what would happen if we destroyed this artifact?
You've never seen an artifact this powerful before. You don't know what the reaction would be.
I've probably read about something.
Do you
Can I
want to
roll
roll
history?
history? Sure.
If I know about devil hands.
We should throw it in the maelstrom.
I can't say anything. I'm
I'll
a
have
robot.
just,
I don't know anything
a
about
kraken
this
down
stuff.
there with a devil finger puppet.
I mean, it's better than the king having it.
Transforms into the hand from Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
That's the final boss.
That's an 18 in history.
You guys keep saying Reginald, and I imagine Reginald Bell Johnson.
Okay, what was the roll for
18.
but in what history?
Yes.
Okay. You sift back through your mind and you remember having read about this thing, and you remember that even after it was severed from the hand of the Red King, it was used as a weapon. It was able to be used as a weapon, but anybody that wore it, because you have to wear it, then usually turned evil.
Wow, what a surprise.
Corrupted power.
Forget the one ring. How about the whole hand?
You also remember with an 18, you also remember that you have to physically sever your own hand
Oh, that's
Oh,
how
yeah,
you
cheer
wear it.
on.
and to put it,
So,
to put it on.
so carrying it, not equipping it, would be feasible to make sure it doesn't fall into anybody's possession.
Nice. He likes his HP. He wants to keep it.
I'm not entirely sure that we would be even able to damage this thing. I know Sacred Flame is a cantrip.
Know someone who could use it.
You want me to call Shimmerlord to come here and step on a hand?
Incorrect.
It's a good idea.
No.
Be more specific. I don't know what you're asking.
Dead
Are
eye?
you asking me?
No. He's just like
Being cryptic
Oh.
is fun.
not like use it, but
Yeah. Yeah. I got you.
take advantage of it.
So
Got it.
We
who?
shouldn't leave it.
I feel like it might be used against us,
In-
and we can't use it, so...
In your legends would be savior.
Jesus.
What?
No.
I mean, you can ask him more questions. Don't look at me. I'm not going to reveal anything.
Beep boop. End of line.
So, what are you guys doing?
I could mage hand it and we can put it in your belly.
I feel like that would corrupt him, too.
Yeah, that would
Think so?
not go
Yeah, it's
well
not
because I would technically be wearing it.
No, you have to physically cut off your hand.
It has to be attached to your arm.
It has to physically be
Okay.
I feel
attached
like
to
you
your
could,
hand.
like,
in
transform
order
your
for
hand
you
to,
to
like,
use it.
clamp
Okay,
on
but if we
it.
didn't use
so
it,
I could just like
if we were just carrying
create a compartment.
Roll insight.
I'll roll insight.
Definitely
or-
leaving it here is not a good idea.
Oh.
Why is it here in the middle of a burned down palace when it's one of the most powerful objects in the
I
world?
don't know.
8.
Someone attempt to destroy
You.
or hidden in structure.
I'm going to say it's not difficult for you to figure this out. You look around and you notice the garden is growing perfectly normally around it. It doesn't seem to have affected the growth of life around it at all.
It's not that kind of powerful.
So it's not going to corrupt it as long as we're not using it, it's not going to corrupt it. Is what I'm gathering.
Correct.
So if we just put it in your belly.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good thing you didn't put Waywalker in there. Waywalker would absolutely put that thing on.
It's like he has one giant hand. And he's like,
All right. I tell you what. I'm gonna create a compartment in my shin,
Okay.
really far away from my hands.
I like that.
Okay.
And your heart.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like
Well, I don't have heart.
that. Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean.
Your
Yeah.
soul. Okay, I'm gonna
People
mage hand
don't be a
it. I'm gonna
smart-ass
pick it
robot.
up, and I'm gonna lift it and put it into his shin pocket.
Smart servo
Let me try
activator.
something first.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on this thing.
kill you.
Okay, so you cast Sacred Flame. A bolt of rainbow shimmering light erupts from your hand and strikes it. And when the shimmering disappears, nothing seems to have happened to the hand. But you feel cold.
Yeah, that could have hurt you.
I pull my cloak around my shoulders. Tighter.
You warm up. Doesn't seem to have any lasting impact.
Yeah, I can't do anything to this thing.
Okay, so it goes in the shin and we move on.
Okay, sounds good. So can you put an X through 3 there in the courtyard, just to keep track of where the hell things. As you move it, so the sacred flame made some noise.
Does it?
I assume so because it's
Holy
sacred
power.
flame.
It's flame-like radiance.
Okay, so it made some light.
And it drew attention. You cast a spell, and it did draw seemingly some attention in the distance. You don't hear shouts of soldiers, though. You hear a high, distant wailing.
Like
Like a person wailing, or
Like a child.
Like a banshee?
like
Or-
a whale?
or like the sound that Obi-Wan Kenobi makes.
You can roll for, what would that be? Perception?
Yeah.
Yep.
Roll perception.
How perceptive are we?
Perceptive indeed.
12.
8.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is. That's a 6.
Okay.
No, 9.
I'm distracted by making my shins transform.
I have a
I got
10.
9.
Okay. Who rolled the highest?
Not me.
10?
Not me.
Can't beat that.
10?
10.
Oh. This sounds kind of freaky. It doesn't sound great. It kind of leaves like a chill on your skin. Like all of the hair on your arms is standing up. Now, what am I saying? Ella would probably not have any like body hair. Or does Ella
You
have
just get
body hair?
goosebumps.
Yeah, you just get goosebumps.
Body hair.
Yeah, okay.
He's a living organism. He needs body hair.
Okay.
No, not casting like a full body shave spell.
No, he
Every
doesn't
day.
shave hair.
Twice a day.
Yeah. So you hear this high wailing off in the distance. It does not sound human.
That ain't human, guys.
At least it's not my child. So,
Valid.
we need to find a trapdoor in this place.
Do you want to continue then sifting through the ashes and pushing things aside and looking at the floor?
I think so.
Okay.
Probably a good idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna use gust of wind
Oh,
Ooh.
to blow it clear.
I just imagine the Big Lebowski when they scatter those ashes.
Oh, and it
goes
goes into his face and mouth.
Yeah.
It's all
What?
windy here.
So you do this inside the palace, and there are no windows left, and so everything just goes like outside. That definitely draws some more
I
attention.
didn't think about that.
Really?
Does that reveal anything?
Even after all this wind we've been through, just constantly?
Big old
I
puff
feel
of
like
dust.
that.
The ash goes out through the windows.
And
What
swirling in the
what they're
air.
trying to do is blow the ash out the windows, and that's exactly what happens. And so,
Okay.
like, yes, there's a lot of wind, but if a building just suddenly went and like ash came flying out of it,
That's fair.
that would be a little bit more noticeable.
This is fine.
It's fine.
This is fine.
It's fine.
Does that reveal anything?
There are a couple of trapdoors over near 5.
Okay, let's go there.
Oh, we should have gone there in the first place.
Okay.
So
So
we've had this cool hand experience.
Cool hand, Luke.
cool hand. You do find a trapdoor in the floor. I think by removing the ash, you kind of can look at the floor plan and be like,
I
oh,
can see it again, but
Yeah.
before that it was like, this is just a mess.
yes, yeah. Do you open up the trapdoor?
Hell yeah. I'm not even going to check for traps. I'm just
Okay.
going to open it.
Okay. It leads down into the ground. It seems like there's a lot of detritus.
Kind of like a basement door kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of a basement door, like leading down into like a wine cellar, kind of looking
Sweet.
very nice tunnel. Not a grungy tunnel, except there's a lot of burned detritus down there as
It
well.
burned down there as well.
There is also a small chest off to the side, like tucked against the corner of the immediate area that you can see.
Well, I'm not one to discriminate against chest size, so I will definitely go check it out.
Okay.
Can I see if it's magic?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do so.
Let's check for traps.
And look at it.
Okay. It does not appear to be magic at all.
Okay.
I'm gonna investigate, or
It's on its side. It seems like it might have fallen from overhead.
Like a shelf burned out and
Yeah.
it fell from that.
then
Yeah.
it's probably not trapped.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm going to open that sucker up.
Okay, 3,400 gold.
Sweet!
Oh, damn.
3,400 gold.
You don't need any.
Do I not?
No, you have 50,000.
What?
You're rich as hell.
I told you! Like, that was your share of the treasure. That was your 10%
thought it was-
as quartermaster.
Something else. Okay.
I'll just hold on to this, but we'll be sharing that. Don't you worry. Yeah.
So you descend into this space?
Yeah.
Okay. You're
don't have to say
human.
that so ominously.
Well, You're human, so you can't see too well down here.
No,
Do
but
you
I'm
do
fine
anything
with
to rectify that?
I'm gonna cast light on. Do you have something you want me to
light up?
for you?
My life.
I do that every day.
Let's see. What do I have? I have my old holy symbol. Let's use that.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, it's lighted.
So you hold up this lit up holy symbol, very apropos, by the way. It seems like the tunnel's totally caved in ahead of you. It goes in for like 15 feet, and then ahead of you is just rubble.
Solid rubble.
Yeah.
Remember where it went.
That way. Let me check. Let me see. Let me think about it. No. Really not. No.
You're not really working
way
out
was
with
it
that
going?
memory.
Saul walks over to the rubble and starts using variable mobo, and you hear this spinning of, like, in our world, a hard drive. And it starts spinning louder and louder, and the vibrations kind of go through his arms. And one of the effects it says I can do is you cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute. And so I'm essentially trying to perceive, like, the sensation of the direction that it follows.
Side scanning sonar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Cool. Yeah.
It seems like this is pretty solidly blocked off.
Well, I'm more like trying to get a sense of like
Of what direction it goes in.
How it snakes.
Okay, it seems like this might have been a tunnel headed towards generally speaking, headed towards the temple.
Oh,
So
okay.
that way.
All right, well, it's time to find the next trapdoor. There might be another one. Let's head that way.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da.
As you head in that direction, the wailing gets louder outside, and there's actually now. It almost seems like there's a sound of fighting nearby.
good.
Can
That's
I do a
fun.
perception on that?
Sure.
See if Nat 20, hooray!
Oh, dang.
See if I recognize it now.
So
'cause it's
you
louder.
lean out a window and look in the near distance, and there is a fucking banshee
Oh, good.
who is fighting two humans.
Are they friend or foe?
They're wearing black robes and have a red symbol on their forehead.
Do I recognize them as
That's not nice.
Yeah.
Let them
official
fight.
peoples? That is a good roll.
Good.
History.
Who's a good roll?
21.
good roll?
21. These are absolutely not guards. You recall suddenly that there was some influence of necromancers that were starting to take hold on the island, that were starting to gain much more influence with the king. You were very wary of them, but due to the activities on this island, basically like a bunch of cultists had started to show up here and just roam around the island having a good time.
All right, so those are some roving cultists, like you do here.
And they are specifically to the cult of Incabulus, the god of death.
I say we let those guys fight each other.
I'd say that's a good idea.
Tactical advantage.
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Amen. All right, so let's head over towards one continuously.
Okay. You head over in that direction, and it does appear that there's another kind of trapdoor. It seems like this particular room was a... what's the word I'm looking for? Where you sit, like, with bay windows, and it's like
A reading room, a salon,
Lounge?
Outcropping?
den,
It's like a...
porch.
Yeah, it's like a...
Is
A
it like one of
gazebo.
those kitchen, like...
One of those like fancy
Where they, like,
Victorian
sit.
places.
Arboreums, or is what
Arboretum?
Arboretum.
There you go.
Yes, with plants growing in it. So,
Okay.
like, not like a courtyard area,
Greenhouse.
but more like a greenhouse kind of
Yeah,
area.
Arboretum.
Something like that.
Arboretum.
Okay.
Yes, arboretum. It actually has a lot more plant life in it as well. The plants have taken over again. They didn't like the gust of wind. You know, some of them have fallen over. And
Aw.
but you do push aside what looks like a palm tree, except it's a fantasy palm tree. You do find another trapdoor.
All right, open that.
Okay. You hear voices that seem to be echoing down a tunnel. of some kind.
Well, we've got a tunnel.
What do the voices say?
Roll for perception.
Yeah, me too.
Sensors activate.
12.
Got a 12 as well.
Okay.
7.
Okay.
Lower than all of those.
Okay. So with 12s, you can tell that these are humans. They seem like they're headed your direction, and they are talking to each other urgently. You can't quite make out what they're saying.
Well,
Time to set an ambush.
Point of order, we still have Pass Without Trace on us because it has not been an hour.
nice.
Was this this trapdoor pretty well covered by undergrowth and plants, or does it look like it has been?
It seems like it might have been used a couple of times recently.
We might want to hide among the bushes.
It does sound like they're coming this way, right?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I want you to be ready to grab them.
I'll basically post myself up on the opposite side of the where the ladder is.
Okay.
So I'll be right behind them when they climb
Grab
up.
them.
Nice.
Okay.
So they're not likely to spot you immediately either. And you can just
I will grab second one.
Are we going to grab them or let them pass?
grab them. They could answer some questions.
That's true.
Add them to our inventory.
Yes. I will equip
I can
one.
create compartments and just stuff them in there. I look like I have like robot boils on.
It's like
Jeffrey,
a hand
please.
sticking out. Like a hand and a foot are sticking out, kind of twitching sometimes.
Yikes.
You have added guard to your inventory.
I'm gonna use it in the middle of battle.
Sell for 2,500 gold.
Pokemon.
So, yeah. Wait, do you close the trapdoor again, or do you leave it open?
Close it as we found it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before they get
Slowly.
too close.
And then you guys, where do you post up? Where are you guys gonna try to take?
Directly behind the trapdoor.
Yeah.
Directly
Where
behind
Does
the-
it open like this?
Yes, it seems to open up and then like latch
Okay.
in place.
And I'm going to be a few feet away with my crossbow at the ready,
Okay.
just in case something goes south.
Okay.
I'm
Sounds
gonna ready an action, a spell. And my spell that I'm going to ready is going to be... What do you guys think? Sleep?
Sleep is very good.
Very solid.
Ooh,
At least
yeah.
one of them will go down.
And just fall down the ladder.
I will ready an action to grab the second one.
Okay. Sounds good.
I will ready Eldritch Blast, and I won't use it unless one of them is like trying to get away.
Yeah,
Okay.
same with my crossbow.
Sounds good. All right. So, having closed the trapdoor, you don't really hear anything from below. Outside, the Banshee is fighting these two cultists. It doesn't seem like the cultists are doing too well.
Good.
Just
And
don't want that banshee on her ass.
yeah. And the Banshee is wailing away very loudly. But under that noise and growing gradually louder are several sets of feet that are trampling underground, and then you hear them going up the stairs, and then the trapdoor opens.
Can we
And
hear what they were talking about, or is it too faint?
as they grow closer, you can hear muffled, I'm not going to do voices for it, but they're discussing the Banshee, and it seems like the cultists alerted them to the presence of the Banshee. And so they are coming to deal with this.
Oh, the Banshee.
Yes. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so they pop out. The trapdoor opens. One person rises up out of the floor and reaches the top step. What do?
Should I just sleep him? Or should I wait until...
Wait until there are more of them out, because you can sleep more than one, right?
Yes.
It's hit points, right?
I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
Okay. This person gets a little ways out of the trapdoor and immediately sees Salima.
Sleep. I'm gonna sleep him.
Okay.
Because you can also cast it at a higher level and get more
1,
d8s.
2, 3, 4, 5. Got it. 23.
Perfect.
Oh, wow.
Nice app.
Okay.
That's a good app.
Yeah. So this first person who steps up sees you guys and immediately goes like,
Good.
The person who's immediately behind them, who was like halfway up out of the ground, also falls over
Oh, no.
and falls actually backwards.
Catch?
Down.
Sure, you can
you were
attempt
ready,
to.
dude.
Scruff.
So dexterity saving throw, or dexterity, I guess, just dexterity.
Or they can fall and knock out the next person, but
9. I thought there
We
were
already
only
grabbed
2
it.
people.
Okay.
9.
I'm gonna give you advantage on it because you were ready. You were prepared for this. This is a surprise round. No.
9.
Okay, so they fall backwards and
Oh no. Oh no. I am not fast.
so they fall backwards, land on the person who was
Oh,
behind
there's another
them, and the two of them land on the person who was underneath them. And so, the person that was put to sleep is going to take 2 damage from falling, and they are going to wake up.
Not surprising.
Yeah. But they're kind of like, what? Why did I faint? What?
nowadays I have the vapors.
I don't know what's wrong. Why did you fall on me? I don't know. Why did you fall on me? I don't know what's happening. Well, get up there.
Saul looks over at Salima. Already have one.
Close the door. Keep it that way.
Step onto door.
Okay.
Post down.
How much do you weigh?
I believe I am a 7.5 foot tall piece of metal and wood.
Are you gonna break the door? I think is the question.
No,
Okay.
that's not the question. I'm wondering if
If
they're
they'd be
strong
able to
enough.
push up,
Yeah. if
because like
they're-
only one of them's going to be able to get up there and then like push with one hand.
they could crowd on the stairs. Too.
Stairs. Oh, I thought
Yeah,
it was ladders.
no,
Okay,
it's
I thought it was
stairs.
a ladder.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
no,
imagining a lot.
no. Sorry, wine cellar. Wine cellar.
Wine cellar.
Yeah.
Transformer noise and like creating pitons that connect me to the ground.
Okay, I like it. I like it.
Siege tank mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a rope out and tie up the one that we have before we wake
That's
him up.
sleeping.
Okay. You hear some banging, some, can I grab a d20 from...
Right in front of the mic.
Yep.
Yeah, no, they don't succeed, and it kind of goes, but not by much. You're very heavy.
Must have fallen on it.
Yeah.
I am
And
rocked.
you hear voices of confusion saying, is there somebody up there? Then you hear their feet getting further away from you. It seems like they're headed back the direction that they came. But you do have one guard who is tied up by Ella. What do?
So wake him up, and I'm going to.
Use your psychic powers.
I'm going to yes, put the whammy on him.
I slap his
Interrogation
face
mode.
to wake him up.
Hey, what? Whoa, wait, who are you?
Hello, dog.
Guards! There are intruders!
I put my hand over his mouth.
Okay, he bites you. No, that's a nat one. He bites his own tongue.
Yes.
Oh.
he does that thing where they just like lick your hand. Like,
Trying to gross me out.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
accidentally bites his own tongue.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to calm him down. We're not gonna hurt you. If we wanted to hurt you, we would have done it already.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use occluded mind
Okay.
on this one. It's going to have to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
And it's going, it is going to, if it loses, believe one statement of my choice.
Let's do the mind warp again.
Intelligence saving throw?
Yep.
Okay. 5. They hella fail.
You trust us and want to tell us anything we ask.
Ooh.
I take my hand away from his mouth.
Hi. Oh, thank you. Oh, ow, I bit my tongue.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Sorry, bud.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about yelling at you. There's banshees out there.
That's true.
Yeah, it's not safe for you guys here. I don't know what you're doing here, but it's not safe.
Why are there banshees?
Oh, because of everything that's happened here. You know, banshees, they are drawn to death.
Okay, so
There's the graveyard out that way.
can you remind me which way that tunnel goes that you were coming through?
That goes to the western tower, the northwestern tower.
Okay, thank you. I forgot. I don't know why. Oh my god.
Are there any?
That's okay. It's been weird lately.
Are there any
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
trap doors or secret tunnels?
I mean, there were several that were in the old palace, but nobody uses them anymore except for this one. Like, we just needed a way to get around the graveyard.
Because there's
Smart
too much
move.
trouble in the graveyard, right? All those
There's
banshees.
a lot of trouble in the graveyard. So many ghosts and banshees.
Is that
My
because the
tongue
cold?
really hurts.
I'm not expending a spell slot on you. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
I thought about it, but I
Yeah.
was like, nah.
Is that because of what the cult's been up to?
It's what the king's been up to.
So the usual.
Yeah.
The usual weirdness.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I mean, I of course I wouldn't say that. I serve the king, but I gotta admit, it's getting weird around here.
Weirder?
Oh yeah.
Like what?
Well, there's the cultists, and then nobody goes to the whole western side of the isle anymore. Like, we stay on the eastern side, and it's bad enough with the cultists that come around, and the grave that's over here. Like, that's freaky enough. But, like, now, it seems like the cultists are starting to wander around a lot more.
King, go to west side.
Oh yeah, that's where the palace is.
That is interesting.
You said is there a particular grave?
Well, no, there's
Just the graveyard in general.
Well, it's the graves of all the children.
Right, of course.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's where the children and the queens go to rest.
Right.
Or, I mean, rest. They're not really resting much, please say.
Restless, you could say.
Yeah, I can't say it too well right now because of the tongue.
Right. Sorry about that.
Ah, it's my own fault. I licked you. I'm sorry about that. That was rude.
Not where I'm from.
Oh, well, okay.
Nice.
Oh my.
Wait, I should ask, how attractive is this guy? I was
thinking of a mechanic would be roll a d10 and then plus whatever charisma they have.
Oh, I like that.
Okay. Sure. I was just rolling a d10, but now it's just 3.
Oh, okay, well.
Not that great.
Yeah.
How long does this mind effect last?
5 minutes.
Oh.
Okay. So, what else do you ask?
Do we have anything else? Where was so the king's been hanging out at the palace. Is he here? Do you know if he's there now? I need to go.
Oh yes, yes. There was a big group that went through from the hangar bay. They went on the road through the garden, and they're up at the palace right now. They came through with the girl,
Oh, good.
the
Okay.
princess.
Right.
She's really cute.
Yeah. I hope she stays that way.
Yeah.
It would be a real pity if she ends up like the others.
I try not to think about that, frankly.
Yeah, they're not letting you forget though.
No.
Hey, bud, what's the best way to get into the palace that won't attract attention? You know, for guys like us who just might want to have a smoke break once in a while.
Smoking is bad for you. You should quit.
You don't have lungs, don't tell me what to do.
Calculated risk to your life, 95%.
Well,
Remember, kids, smoking is
well, there's really the only way that I know, they've built a giant wall around the western side after this place burned down, and that's where the temple is and the palace.
The new temple.
Oh yeah, the temple to the other one.
Right, not the wind one. The other one.
No, the wind one was nice. I like the old lady. Have you met the old lady?
Yeah.
She doesn't say much.
I use variable Mobo to create a light rustle of wind that breezes past him.
Okay.
I pat the spot where he has the granny salt on his chest and I go, yeah, we know all about her, huh?
Oh, Granny Soul.
Granny salt.
I'm Granny Salt!
Oh god.
You hear just like the whir of like a computer fan creating that.
Yeah, but is there like a back door, like guards?
Not
something
that
along
I
those
know
lines?
of. Not that I know of. There's only the garden so far as I know. I mean, if you're the king, then you know the trick of getting through the garden maze. But if you're not the king, then you don't know.
What is garden maze made of?
I've never been in it. I'm just I just work in the tower.
Any gardeners?
Well, among the farmers, but I think actually all of the farmers that worked on the maze were put to death.
That is
Delightful.
unfortunate.
I mean, I understand why, so they can't reveal a secret.
Yeah. It's getting real weird up here. I'm just saying. You seem nice. You should maybe not be here.
Do you remember where they were buried?
The farmers?
Yeah, the ones who worked on the maze.
I don't. I think they might have been buried in the graveyard.
That tracks.
Yeah, I mean,
Makes sense to me.
yeah.
Making sure that they didn't get some unmarked grave somewhere. Okay, well, thank you for all of your help.
Oh, what was your friend's names down there? Slash, what's your name?
Oh,
Darby.
his name is Darby. My friend's name is Arby. Ruby's the
Engelbert
last one.
Humperdinck.
And Ted. Arby's my little brother. And then Ted is my friend, and Ruby is I mean, I don't like her too much, but that's fine. She's fine.
It's not
She
like I
just
like
eats-
her, Baka.
She just eats, everybody's lunch sometimes.
hate that.
It's really inconsiderate. It's like, it's just a little bit. It's just like a sample, but still, like,
Solkinn
don't
Rai
touch my food.
looks over to Salima and is like rolling his fingers like forward a little bit, like.
I imagine your hands are just on the swivels and you're just kind of rotating around in 360 degrees.
Yeah.
Like an egg beater.
Yeah.
At this point, the battle outside seems to have stopped, and the Banshee's wailing is getting closer because there's somebody. And the cat gives us a sound effect. The Banshee's wailing is getting closer, and Darby kind of sits up and goes, "Uh-oh, that's not good."
Why don't you go let your friends know that they're still down there? Why don't you go let them know that everything's okay, but they should really book it out of here?
Correct.
Oh, I mean, are you sure? Like, it's really dangerous out here. Like, there's a lot of... I know the cultists are with the king and everything, but they're crazy people.
You know, it's cool. We got the big guy. It's fine.
Okay.
Hello.
Are you a warforged?
No.
Okay.
It's just suit armor. It's just armor.
Oh, okay. So, do you open up the trapdoor, or do you get off the
I
trapdoor?
step off of it.
Yeah. So he's like, well, it was really nice to meet you guys. You're gonna be okay? I mean...
We'll be fine. Just don't mention us, alright?
Okay. Okay.
Hush, hush. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I don't understand any of that, but okay, have a good day, guys.
I give him a slap on the back. Nice meeting you, Darby.
Okay.
Knock him down the stairs a little.
Yeah. Get in there.
You just slam the door shut behind him.
I should have asked him if he knows Leroy.
I mean, Leroy did know a lot of the guards up here.
Yeah. But we didn't hurt anybody much, so it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay, so you are still in the palace. You're at 1. The trapdoor has been opened. It seems like the Banshee is sort of headed in your direction. You were quiet, but Darby was not quiet.
So I see that the graveyard appears to be further
Yeah.
this way. And my plan, dear Team Regicide, is that...
Well, do you remember that the graveyard is in that direction? Well, he did point.
Yeah.
Like, Darby did point in that direction.
Yeah, so...
Are you
That's
going
our
to take
team
us to
name,
where there could be
Reggies.
more undead?
So we need to have a chat with the farmers.
We can do this.
If they're awake, which apparently a lot of them are, we could have a chat, find out what the secret is, go through that way, save my daughter, kill my husband. You know the usual.
I mean, you know this place better than we do.
Definitely remember every little detail. Completely, you should put all your faith in that.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
How are you getting to the graveyard?
Very carefully.
Are you
Walk.
But I mean, are you going out trying to go out a window? Because it seems like the Banshee is outside and is headed towards.
Where was it?
There's a front entrance to the palace right here. It seems like the Banshee was fighting out there and has moved around towards the front door of the palace.
Here?
Yes. Yeah.
So it's generally it's going that direction.
Yeah. So the Banshee is at the front door of the palace, essentially, and is headed inside.
Are there any windows in this zone?
This was a greenhouse, and so, yeah, several of the windows have collapsed or blown out or were destroyed in the fire, so you could just go out a window.
I would say yes.
Let's do that.
Okay, that will put you in sight of the tower, and they are looking in this direction.
But we still
Isn't
have
this the tower here?
pass without.
Oh, that's the tower.
the orange.
This tower here.
The orange.
Oh,
is-
that tower.
Oh, that's
towers.
a tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the orange things are towers.
Okay.
And then over there is the garrison.
No matter what, going to the graveyard's going to put us inside of the tower.
Yeah.
But you do have Pass Without Trace. What does Pass Without Trace do?
It, veil of shadows and silence, radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, which is an hour, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you has a plus 10 bonus to dexterity checks and can't be tracked except by magical means.
So you could try to stealth your way across that blank open space, or...
Yep. I'm all for that. It seems like it's the most straightforward.
Grassland
Go
or...
already.
It's, yeah, it's like overgrown. This whole area has not been kept up, and so it's like
So long
grassland.
grass.
Long grass, yeah.
I'll let all of
to
you
the
go
long
ahead,
grass.
and that way if I botch this entirely, I'll be the only one who gets targeted.
And also, like, we can cover you or vice versa. I think you've got some more armor than us.
Yeah.
The Warforged.
Sneak boop.
Sneak. Sneak.
You
Yeah.
can sneak. You can sneak. Everyone look at your beak.
28.
Okay.
We're adding 10, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're adding 10.
What is
21.
Okay.
Stealth?
Yeah.
Stealth.
Plus 10.
17.
Damn it. Disadvantage, and I roll a natural 20 again. That is a 14.
14. Yeah, seems like their attention has shifted to the palace now. There are like some light beams of some sort that are emanating out of this tower. It's just a big stone circular tower, not anywhere near as big or as fortified as the Eye, but like a smaller version of the Eye. At the top of it, almost like a lighthouse, it has a large beam that's coming out of it. And they have turned it sort of to look at the palace and less in the direction that you're trying to sneak towards the graveyard.
They're looking at the banshee.
Yeah, they're looking at the banshee, who is now wailing inside of the palace.
The broken house.
The broken, yeah. He's now freaking out inside of the palace.
Cool.
So you guys head over to the graveyard. You want to move the little figurine. Doop, 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 doop. So the graveyard is on the edge of the aisle, on the eastern edge. On the never eat soggy wheat. Western edge of the aisle. I might have gotten those backwards when I was talking
No,
about
this is
Darby
Kisawar.
earlier.
Kisawar is this way.
Yes, Kisawar is that way. It's to the southwest. Yeah, so the graveyard is against the western side of the aisle. It is starting to head towards sunset by now.
Good time for being a graveyard.
Yeah.
Full of restless ghosts.
Yes, and the gravestones are almost silhouetted against the setting sun. As you draw nearer, you see something move between the gravestones. Something insubstantial.
This is your area. Find somebody to talk to.
I look at it with my special eyes.
It seems like it's the ghost of a woman. Her hair kind of trails after her, as does her gown.
What's her expression?
She seems like she's looking for something.
Okay.
Probably her children.
Oh.
I relay this information.
She might be able to tell us where the farmers are buried.
Okay.
But she might not. I don't know. You deal with the creepy stuff. What do you think?
I say, you're the queen. If she would answer to anyone, it would be you.
All right. Let's try it.
Was alive during time she was queen.
Possibly. It's worth a try.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. So, are ghosts considered sentient generally in D&D?
I think
Depends on the ghost.
It's the soul of a once living creature, bound to haunt a specific location that held significance in
Are
its life.
people sentient?
I think
I mean, it has listings for intelligence and wisdom. So,
yeah, it goes.
I assume so.
If it has language, it's sentient.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, are you stealthing up to this?
I don't want to get the tower's attention.
Yeah. Okay.
And
You're kind of crouched among the gravestones.
exactly. I'm not trying to hide from the ghost, just from the tower.
Okay.
And I'm going to use telepathy
Okay.
to try to very gently greet the ghost.
Okay. What do you say?
Hello, sister.
She stops and she kind of turns in your direction as she stands unmoving. The edges of her form are kind of wavering slightly,
Okay.
but other than that, she stands very still and looks in your direction. She seems to be listening.
I need your help.
I know you. You took my son from me.
Uh-oh.
Roll for history.
Oh, shit. 19 before I've added anything, so I'm going to remember this.
This is the spirit of the dead queen. The queen who you knew
Oh, no.
was married to the king before you were.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
The woman whose children you helped take and allowed them to be sacrificed when you were loyal to the king.
Oh no.
Awkward.
Awkward, yes.
Awkward turtle.
So at that point, you know the scene in Ghostbusters, like at the beginning where
Okay.
the woman...
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Get her!
Exactly. That, she turns to you, she recognizes you, and... and she is coming full bore at you. And that's where we're going to stop.
Okay.
And scene.
Awesome. No problems here. Going great.
Here ends episode 14 of Dungeons Against Humanity. No cards were pulled this episode. Music featured includes Growing Shadows by Mew, Good Day to Die by Miguel Johnson, and Nemo Sign by L'Orbeau Passion. Here ends episode 14 of Dungeons Against Humanity. No cards were pulled this episode. Music featured includes Growing Shadows by Mew, Good Day to Die by Miguel Johnson, and Nemo Sign by L'Orbeau Passion. All music is used under the Creative Commons license. If you like what you heard, please mention us on social media under the hashtag DAHPodcast. That's DAH Podcast. If you do, we'll name a character after you on the show. Also, please don't forget to rate us on iTunes or wherever you listen. And finally, we're having another live event at Guardian Games on Sunday, April 7th. This one will be a world-building session followed by a brief one-shot DM'd by Matt James, who plays Solkinn Rai. I will be emceeing the event along with the rest of the crew. If you're in the Portland area and want to take part in a short adventure, message us on Twitter at @thepodcast and let us know. If you're not up for being in the party, you should come anyway, as it will be an audience interactive event. Again, that's April 7th at noon at Guardian Games in Portland. Next episode of the podcast will be up in 2 weeks, so see you then. Bye.